Hi everyone, it's Emma here. I'm the chair of Bromley Brighter Beginnings. Something that was new for us this year was the End Child Food Poverty campaign. And this was started by Marcus Rashford, as you all know. We ran a fundraiser in October and raised an incredible almost £15,000, which we were then able to use to provide supermarket vouchers to children to cover the October and Christmas holidays. We were able to provide a voucher to 193 children in October. And then, because we had a bit more time, second time around, to organise it, we were able to provide 274 children with vouchers for the Christmas holidays. So thank you so much for all the contributions to that. It's really an incredible effort. Thank you to all the volunteers who were involved in making it happen. It was a lot of work, but we know that it has made a real difference to some families. There will be more on this campaign in the new year. In the meantime, Happy New Year from all of us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lorelei. I'm one of the BBB trustees, and I wanted to talk to you today about referrals. 2020 has been our busiest year ever, with the highest amount of referrals we've ever had. We've had 364 referrals since the start of January this year. They've been for a whole mixture of items, some of them the traditional things that we used to supply, like newborn packs, buggies, high chairs that you'd imagine for small children, but also an increasing number of things like clothes and school uniform for older families, and ongoing support requests for help with things like formula and nappies that families aren't able to afford for themselves. We've had a 40% rise in referrals overall, and a 30% rise in the number of families referred to us. So that means that we are having re-referrals from families who we've helped before, who are still struggling in difficult situations. In the autumn, we were seeing the effect of the pandemic, and we had an average of 10 families a week referred to us. So I think that's really reflecting the difficult circumstances that a lot of families are living in, and I think that we're going to see that increase as next year comes. So our volunteers are working really hard to support the families who are referred to us for help by the local professionals.
Hi, I'm Madeline. I'm a trustee for Bromley Brighter Beginnings, and I also coordinate the Bed for Every Child programme, which is a lesser well-known part of our work, but something that we spend much of our money on. If you run a marathon for us, or taken part in an event at your school or church, or encouraged your company to give us a grant, then you have supported the Bed for Every Child programme. In 2020, we bought 124 brand new beds and bedding for children all over the London Borough of Bromley. There were so many children in our borough who don't have a bed of their own, or share with a sibling or parent, or sleep in an old, dirty, broken bed. So our Bed for Every Child programme is an essential part of our work. Thank you for your support in 2020, and if you'd like to get involved in 2021, please do contact us to see how you can help.
Hi, my name's Nancy. I'm a trustee for Bromley Brighter Beginnings, and I look after the Hamper Campaign. This year has been our biggest by a million miles. We did 501 children this year. A couple of years ago when we started, we were doing about 40, so we never thought it would get this big. And that's great because more people know about us and referring to us, but also it speaks to the need that's out there. They are not just about toys and books and games for the children, although they do get all of those things. There's also stuff in there that makes the next few months easier for families. So there are food vouchers, toiletries, toothbrushes, toothpaste, all of those things that cost money and are difficult to achieve for some families. So it's been a huge year. We have made a lot of parents feel a lot less stressed, and that's been an amazing thing. Thank you to all of the people who donated thousands of pounds, who bought every single item from the wish list. We went into this thinking, God, it might be harder to achieve this year because of COVID and because everybody's finding it difficult financially. But actually the opposite happened. We had people emailing us and saying, why is everything gone? I want to be able to buy something. And so it's been an incredible community effort, and we thank you ever so much. Thanks.
Hi guys, my name's Tracy. I am one of the trustees and the treasurer for Bromley Brighter Beginnings. So I'm just coming on to give you a little update on the financials for the calendar year of 2020. So this year we have spent £98,000, which is a phenomenal amount. We knew we were going to spend a lot as we went into lockdown, but we didn't anticipate quite how much the need for our service would go up as much as it has. But we've raised 115,000, which is mind-blowing, especially in this current climate where people's jobs are at risk, businesses are suffering. We are just so grateful and amazed by the generosity of our community and how you guys have all come together. So to just explain how that's roughly made up, about £30,000 is donations, just over 34,000 is grants, and nearly 43,000 is from Just Giving. So within Just Giving, £16,000 of that was for our Christmas hamper appeal. £15,000 was for our child food poverty campaign that we launched, and we raised that within a week, and that just blew us away. We were able to help so many families over the October and the Christmas period. And then £4,000 was for Bed for Every Child, and the remaining just goes in our general pot. The grants have come from various places, and I want to thank Jenny, our volunteer, who goes and applies for the grants. But most of all, we want to thank the corporate companies that ring fence the money for charity to allow people like us to go and get some money to carry on the work that we're doing. Things like the Rotary Club of Beckenham, the Kent Provincial Masons and the Grand Charity of the Masons, Trafigura, Garfield Weston, the National Lottery, the COVID Community Fund, yeah, to name but a few, and we've been so grateful for that. And then donations wise, just picking out a few, there's so many, I couldn't thank everyone, but Bromley Optometrists, Oz Schoolwear, Farnborough Primary School, Southborough Primary School, we were their charity of the year. They've just sent us a cheque for just over £8,000 for a fun run they've done, as well as charity fundraising throughout the year for us. The Co-op, we've been there, profit share in certain branches, Buller's School, Mercer's, the Bromley, Tandridge. There's been so many schools and so many organisations, St Nicholas's Church is another example, that have donated, and we are so, so grateful. And then Just Giving, the rest outside of any of the companies that come to Just Giving or the organisations, it's you guys. And whether it's pennies or pounds that you've donated, it matters. It makes a difference, and we are grateful for every single penny. It allows us to go out and carry on helping the families that need our help. So from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you all so much for your generosity, especially during this strangest of times, and Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm Mary, one of the trustees of Bromley Brighter Beginnings. This year's been difficult for us all as we've had to adapt to the coronavirus pandemic, and it had the potential to cause real difficulty for some of the families that we help and for us as a small charity. I'm pleased to say that the generosity of our supporters and the dedication of our volunteers has meant that we've been able to help more families than ever at this really difficult time. Thank you so much to our supporters for being flexible when we've had to change the way we do things in order to keep our volunteers and our recipients safe. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.